Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome. I know it's pretty late here on a Sunday night. Hopefully we'll have some people pop on here. But did you love were you attracted to the title of How to Vanquish Energy Vampires, or at least not get sucked in? Hey, Ty. Good evening. Thank you for joining me. All right, we everybody on this planet has had some energy vampires in their lives. And it can be rough. And I know that it can be overwhelming as well. Hey, good evening, Becky. Thank you for joining. You guys know I started this challenge a few days ago. Hi, Ty. And I sort of had a theme going on, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I started off with talking about what do super performers do. And so I listed out 5 things, and I had some tips, but I'm actually going in and just clarifying some of these tips with each one of these videos. So, hey Karen, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. If you're just now joining, we're talking about energy vampires, and I know that we've all been faced with some of those. And so I've got some tips for you guys, and you know, the very most important logical one is cut them out of your life. So I know that's not always possible, but realistically, that would be the very best thing for your mental health, is to be able to cut them out. You know, if you can't cut them out, then a really great thing to do is really limit your exposure to them. Set some boundaries, okay? I know I've had some in my life, and it can just be exhausting. I mean, it's one of those things where they're never happy, nothing ever goes right, everything's always wrong. Obviously, they mean the same thing, but it can be exhausting if you have somebody that's like that. And so something kind of that you would want to do is sort of lower your expectations. And what do you think I mean by that is, because that doesn't, normally we wouldn't say anything like that. But for me, take it to mean, you know, if you know you're getting that call from that person and you see the phone ringing and you feel like you need to answer the phone, just lower your expectation a little bit. Like, okay, I know this is who they are, this is what they do, so I'm not expecting rainbows and sunshine from them. So that will help you not be in your mind like, oh, this is gonna be a great call. Just lower the expectations of the people that you know that are energy vampires that call you. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. So does anybody here online, have you right now with me had energy vampires in your life? If you would, I'd love to see you drop a number 1 in the comments. I'm pretty sure everybody has, and I don't know who will admit it, but again, like I say, it is just overly exhausting to have those kind of people in your life. And I've had several throughout my lifetime, and you can pick them out pretty quick. And the faster you get at eliminating them or cutting the contact completely or minimizing the contact, the more you will feel 1,000 times better. So absolutely cut them out of your life if you can, minimize the contact, or just lower your expectations. And so another one is, you may not have ever heard of it, but it is called gray rock them. And I was reading an article and I was like, good Lord, what is that? But that actually all makes sense. Hey, yes, Jelaine, I see your number 1. Hey, Haley. Yeah, number 1, I asked for number 1 from everybody that's had a energy vampire, a narcissistic, somebody that's just sucking you dry. They don't really care. You've got problems. They maybe even know you have problems, but when they call, all they care about is talking about themselves. So I had everyone drop a number 1 in the comments if you've had an energy sucker, narcissistic person in your life. Hey everybody, thanks. Got lots of new people joining. Another trick you can do for them is you can you can just get them on the phone and just, you know it's coming, you know they're gonna blast your ear for an hour, and the very next tip that you can do is just say, I'm exhausted. I've had a long day. There's not, I have nothing left today. So, if you want to call me back tomorrow, maybe that's something we can talk about, and hopefully by the time 24 hours passes, their problem that they were having goes away also. So it's super duper late here, and I didn't want to stay on a long time, but I wanted to give you those tips on getting rid of narcissistic people, energy suckers, vampire suckers out of your life. So thank you guys so much for all the hearts. I am so grateful for that. And if you want to know, I mentioned if somebody just popped on, thank you, Jelaine, I appreciate it. If somebody just popped on, I talked about something called gray rocking them. Oh, I didn't explain it. What gray rocking is like if you look at a gray rock and you just go like, that's gray, it means nothing to me, that's just boring. That's how you can look at somebody that is like that. And I was like, that is so right on, because who loves a gray rock? I mean, there's nothing special about just a plain gray rock. So anyways, if you want to know a little bit more about, let's see, who should use the gray rock method, why does gray rock really work, or how do you go gray rock, I have those tips for you along with a few others, so please feel free to reach out to me and I'll happily send those over to you guys. So happy Sunday night. Thanks, Haley. Happy Sunday night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.